Hello guys, today we will discuss about electrochemistry. The first question arises, what is electrochemistry? Electrochemistry is made up of two terms, electro and chemistry. Here the word electro means electricity and chemistry means chemical reactions. So in this unit we will discuss about two main things. First is the production of electricity from the spontaneous chemical reactions. From spontaneous chemical reactions. Now the question arises, what are spontaneous reactions? That you have studied in class 11th. Spontaneous chemical reactions are those reactions which occur on their own. For carrying out these reactions, we need not any external force. Okay, like flow of water down the hill is an example of spontaneous chemical reaction. So, first thing that we will discuss is the production of electricity from spontaneous chemical reactions. The second thing that we will discuss in this unit is how electricity can be used to carry out non-spontaneous chemical reactions. Now, what are non-spontaneous chemical reactions? These are those reactions which do not occur on their own. For carrying out these reactions, we require some external force. Okay, so how the electricity is used to carry out non-spontaneous chemical reaction, that we will discuss in this unit. Okay, so for discussing these two factors, first we study about the type of cells. In this unit, we will discuss about two main types of cells. First is electrochemical cell. Or voltaic cell or galvanic cell. And the second type is electrolytic cell. Okay, so what is the basic difference between the two types of cell? In electrochemical cell, we use the chemical energy of spontaneous chemical reaction for the production of electricity. And in electrolytic cell, the electricity is used to carry out non-spontaneous reactions. This is the basic difference between the two types of cell. So here first we will discuss about electrochemical cells. One such type of cell, yani one electrochemical cell was discussed by Daniel. That's why it is called Daniel cell. Okay, Daniel used zinc and copper, two metals, for the construction of this Daniel cell. Okay, now before starting Daniel cell, you should know about redox reactions. What are redox reactions? The term redox is made up of two terms, reduction and oxidation. Now what is reduction? That you have studied in class 11th. Reduction is a process in which decrease in oxidation number of an atom or an ion takes place. And oxidation is a process in which the increase in oxidation number of an atom or an ion takes place. Okay. So, Daniel took two metals, zinc and copper, for the construction of Daniel cell. Okay, he carried out the reduction and oxidation in two different containers. One container was kept on the left side and the another was kept on the right side. Reduction and oxidation both were carried out in two different containers. That's why each container was called half shell. So now the question arises, what is half shell? Each container in which oxidation and reduction is taking place is called half shell. Okay. In left side, he used zinc electrode, and in right side he used copper electrode. Now what the question arises, what are electrodes? Electrodes are simply metal rods that are used for carrying out reduction and oxidation. Okay, so these were two metal electrodes that Daniel used. On the left side he kept zinc, on the right side he kept copper. Now he filled both the beakers, both the containers with electrolytic solutions. Now what were the electrolytes? For zinc he used zinc sulfate. The main point to remember here is that the metal should be kept in contact with the metal ion, means zinc should be kept in contact with zinc ion. That's why he used zinc sulfate. Okay, and for copper he used copper sulfate. The same point is applicable for copper also. Copper should be kept in contact with copper ion. So he used copper sulfate solution. Okay, in the inner circuit he used a U-shaped tube. This tube was called salt bridge. We will discuss about the importance of this salt bridge later. And he closed the ends of this U-shaped tube with the help of porous cotton plug. Okay. In external circuit, he connected both the electrodes with the help of a conducting wire. He used an ammeter and a key here. Why did he use ammeter? He used ammeter because he has to detect the current. Okay, and he used a key here to control the flow of current. Okay. Now what happens when he inserted the key here? He observed three main points. The first point was that he saw that the thickness of copper electrode decreases. It means as the time passes, copper metal from the copper rod was dissolving in the solution. The second was the thickness of copper electrode was increasing. It means copper metal was depositing on copper electrode. Okay. The third point was he observed that the current was flowing from copper to the zinc. Okay. Now he explained these points as he told that on the left side oxidation of zinc metal occurs. Zinc was converting into zinc ions on the left container. Okay, and in the right side the reduction of copper ions occurs. Means copper ions were converting into copper metal. Okay, so the zinc metal from the rod get dissolved in the solution by converting into zinc ions. These electrons were flowing from zinc towards the copper side. And the copper ions which were present in the solution, copper sulfate solution contains copper ions and sulfate ions. Okay, so these copper ions gain the electron and convert into copper atom. Okay, so these are the oxidation and reduction reactions taking place in each half of the cell. Now, because in this solution zinc is converting into zinc ions and electrons, the amount of electrons increases. Okay, that's why anode is termed as this electrode was termed as negative electrode and it was called as anode. And in this solution copper ions get neutralized by the gain of electron. This was called positive electrode or cathode. So the main point that you have to learn here is that on the left side is the anode, which is negatively charged, and on anode oxidation occurs. On the right side it is positively charged electron, that is cathode, and on that electrode reduction occurs. You can remember it by the word lone. L-O-A-N. Lone. Left oxidation, anode negative charge. Okay, so this is the functioning of Daniell cell. We will discuss about the Daniell cell more in our next video.